Okay, this is going to be an appreciation post for the earth that we live on, and I know in these times that space flight, we're trying to kind of move a little bit away, talk to the moon real quick, and not really connect with Earth, or things like that. Or it could seem that way. We are trying to like figure out new energy processes on Earth, but I wanted to kind of make a video talking about Earth in a more intimate way, and like the insights I've gotten from just kind of just fondly thinking of it. I think it's kind of important to share, and maybe it resonates with one of you guys out there, or whoever, however way you would want to orientate yourself. Um, yeah.
I feel like as humans, we can learn a lot about ourselves when looking at the Earth. The Earth sits in the solar system perfectly. It's neither too close nor too far away from the Sun, sitting in a Goldilocks zone that helps life exist and give it the ability for it to express itself and exist in the universe. And whether you would want to argue that this is by complete accident or divinely guided, this whole debate blinds us from the clarity that we can receive when looking at this truth, and inhibits us from being on the same page as a species. It is very common with how individual we can be, to where we adopt doctrine and beliefs that can have our discussions become toxic and limiting, or overly flexible to where there's no grounding truth in anything. These two extremes, and for binary's sake, two extremes, will argue and argue for their dominance of their ideal instead of embracing the flexibility of life and all that comes with it. And that goes into when you criticize maybe a present, belief system and doctrine that's very, very harmful. People would argue critically, and then argue critically about that doctrine, and it would be met with an extreme correspondent to almost negate the criticism. It's not a very functional nor freeing way to live, and this entire bout would just be a waste of energy and human cognition, in my belief. We must instead learn from our home that we share on this planet, and understand how it embraces the flexibility of nature, and how we can use that to live on this planet more effectively and freely. And not everything will be, perfect and ideal. The seasons of the earth, are cold and harsh, and then it could range from, you know, good to even better, and maybe too much of good, so it's too hot, or too warm. You would want it to be a little bit more cold. It provides seasons of varying range so that it could please pretty much anyone. Just like how Earth has seasons, we do as well. Some may be going through a time of prosperity and abundance, and at the same time, another is going through loss and immense grief. And there's also people in between too. We must center ourselves with this objectivity of life and understand that it demands a level of endurance in life. It gives us that opportunity to experience this. I say all this to say that Earth is providing the example that we can greatly learn from. I just feel like we've been distracted by fear far longer than we would like to admit. And on a fundamental level, we know that this is one of those challenges that humanity has always faced. And we know deep down that we can overcome this. It's only a matter of will and cooperation under clear ideals. This would take courage, wit, personal ingenuity, and a sense of grace and understanding that is commendable at any amount. It would be better to attempt this endeavor to never attempt it at all. I found there is always value in this pursuit. It's only a question if you can recognize that. Because it's always there, that deep, deep intelligence that we can access at any moment's notice. It's only a question of will we use this responsibly and with love and compassion. I feel for this process to be made seen and actualized, we must forgive each other and ourselves of any transgressions that we have done to others, that we do to ourselves, bottom line. Because for all of us, it's our first time living. Maybe you believe that we've been here before and come back and have to learn, but for mostly everyone, they feel like this is their first time here. And it could get a little chaotic at times. But with love, I think we can do this. Thank you for watching.